K-Ball here from ZenDev, where I help developers and teams level up their front-end skills. This is your Friday front-end inspiration, where I talk about something that got me super pumped in the web world this week. This week's inspiration for me is React, and in particular, the new React-based Gutenberg editor for WordPress. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a long love-hate relationship with WordPress. As a developer, I kind of hate it. It's this old school PHP application structure. It's a little funky, it's hard to work with, it's really messy, and they've got this plugin system where anybody can mess with anybody's stuff. However, I still, when somebody who's non-technical will come to me and say, hey, what should I be using to set up my website? I'll usually recommend WordPress because it works for people who don't get tech. It just works. And that shows up in its adoption numbers. WordPress is used by something like 30% of the top million websites out there. There's millions and millions of people using it. Now, I don't know if you've heard about this, but in the next major version of WordPress, they're releasing a massive change, which is they're totally changing the way that they do editors and how they're going to have people creating content. They're going to a new system called Gutenberg that is built entirely using React and JavaScript. So they're using an API. It's not a PHP stuff. They're talking to the PHP with an API, cleanly separated JavaScript-based editor that lets you do plug and play, kind of like what you'd see with Medium or something like that, where you can create these little blocks of content that are reusable that you plug in stuff and go. So this is both a big upgrade in their editor, but even more exciting, it is kind of shedding a lot of that technical debt of this old crufty PHP application and letting developers develop new content containers, blocks, themes, and all of this other stuff using essentially just JavaScript, and modern JavaScript at that, using ES6, using React. You can, I'm going to be exploring, but it looks like you can also use Vue to build these things. So what this is a phenomenal opportunity for front-end developers, because WordPress as a market, as a set of people who are using this thing, is probably the largest web market in the world in a lot of ways, and you can create tools for that market, both free but also paid, now using modern JavaScript. So for front-end developers, this is going to be an incredible opportunity. So I'm going to be digging into Gutenberg a lot more over the coming weeks and digging into what this is going to be. It's supposed to be released sometime this year. My friend just highlighted it to me, asked me a question, so there's a blog post that looks into a concept that came up in Gutenberg, higher order components. I'll link to that right down below. That's what inspired me to start digging and looking in, but this is an incredible opportunity. If you're a front-end dev, there's going to be a gold rush for building out these blocks using modern JavaScript technologies. And it's super exciting. There's going to be so much opportunity, and it's just good to see the web moving forward, right? Like, it's always been this painful thing of, okay, so many people are using this because it's useful and it's easy for folks to use, but if you want to develop for it, you're in crufty 15, 10-year-old technologies, and they're moving beyond that. So it's exciting to see the web moving forward. It's exciting, the opportunities. Put a link to that blog post down below. Also a link to this week's Friday Frontend, which has a whole bunch of React stuff as well as CSS, other web news, fun stuff that you might like. So link to that. You can subscribe. If you like YouTube, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel right here. And let's get going. This is an amazing time to be a front-end developer, and it's about to get much, much bigger with Gutenberg. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed this, and this is K-Ball signing out.